It's a Buffalo Blues.
Huh, that's interesting.
Casino. You wanna ride it?
Sure.
We already rode one in a casino.
Yeah, it's true.
It's crazy.
Kyle, get your cigarette chips.
Hi, Brady.
Look at the gas there. 5.99. Is that regular? Nah, if you use your credit card, 605. Here it is, Ethan.
Here we are, guys.
Hey boys, look where we're at. California.
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 Here we are. We've arrived at our next state.
We just passed the gas station. Now we are in the middle of the desert, so gas will be a little higher probably because there's not as many around. 605 for gas.
Yeah.
605.
Wow, that's the highest we've ever seen gas.
Yep.
In person.
We just paid $5.32. I paid $5.49 last night, or $5.59. We'll be paying $6 before we leave.
Yep.
But we knew that. Onward.
Yep.
Go west.
Brother who loves
Boy, shut your mouth! So we are officially in California, and Ethan has turned into a hippie. He's wearing those shoes. You better get your shoes on. We're in the parking garage. We're in Pasadena, California. Brady's ready. We're gonna have to go do laundry somewhere. We're praying that they have laundry here at the hotel, which we're pretty sure they don't, but we're believing.
I'm praying that I can stay home and they have to do it. Go do laundry. We'll stay at the hotel.
Time for some dinner. We got the We Love Wieners Doghouse.
Absolute worst.
The absolute worst. And we are also going to be eating it at Doc's house, Gamble House. Great Scott. Great Scott. We'll get out in a minute. Look at this hot dog. You ready? Look at this. You can see it? This. Oh gosh.
Here we are. We were at the Gamble House. Is that what it's called? The Gamble House?
The Gamble House.
In
No, I'm the Pieces house.
Pasadena, California. This is the fictitious
No, that's the
film home
Pieces house.
of Dr. Emmett Brown.
Ethan. This is Dr. Pieces house.
Yeah.
You know why it's called the Gamble House? There's a famous company.
Procter & Gamble.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Do you know that, Carrie?
Huh.
It's called the Gamble House because it was owned by Gamble of Procter & Gamble.
It's Dr. Pieces house.
There's Austin Theory. Great Scott.
It's awesome.
It's crazy, ain't it?
I've been here before, but it's been 7 years since I've been here. This is really cool.
This is it. This is movie history. Hey, we're gonna go to the garage. Gotta go to the garage.
Definitely out of all the movie houses.
What?
Definitely out of all the movie/TV houses of movie and television history, this would be one that, of the ones I've seen or the ones I would like to see, this is definitely a top 5.
Yeah, this
Very
is great.
cool. Number 1 favorite movie.
If I came back here every year, I think I would still come to this house. We're gonna get some pictures at the garage. There's a famous scene at the garage.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not a stop in California without, you can't not stop.
That's right.
What's wrong with shooting for like
So if you remember from the film, during the movie, when he came back in time, he was talking to Doc about the future. He asked him who's president in 1985. He told him Ronald Reagan, and then he come running out and he was saying like who's the vice president? Jerry Lewis.
Then who's vice president? Jerry Lewis. I suppose Jane Wyman is a first lady.
Whoa, wait, Doc!
And Jack Benny is secretary of the treasury.
And then he kept saying a bunch of different stuff, and then he ran in, and then Marty went over, pounded on the door of the garage, trying to get Doc to listen to him. He was talking about the time machine, the flux capacitor. The door swung open, and Doc stuck his head out.
The bruise in your head. I know how that happened. You told me the whole story. You were standing on your toilet and you were hanging a clock and you fell and you hit your head on the sink. And that's when you came up with the idea for the flux capacitor, which is what makes time travel possible.
How did you know about it?
Huh?
How did he know about it? That's what made Doc realize that he was telling the truth.
Yeah, because he was standing on the edge of his toilet, see a hanging clock. The porcelain was wet and he slipped and hit his head on the sink. And that's when he saw the flux capacitor.
These doors right here.
Right here.
Remember, because he said, making time travel possible.
This is locked. This is locked.
Yeah, let's do a picture.
Don't let go. No.
Wait.
No. Don't let go. Okay, now.
I'm gone.
Yeah, that's it. You're not crazy.
See over there, that truck, that guy just come walking out. It's a sleep number truck. Is that one of Doc's inventions? Sleep number.
That's great.
Bed.
That's great. That's good. What's it say here? Let's read the. We didn't see the plaque. We knew this was here. Built in 1908, the David B. Gamble House is a tribute to the genius and architect Charles Sumner Green and Henry Mather. I know, it's not a Frank Lloyd Wright. Gift to the Gamble family, to the city of Pennsylvania, and joint agreement with the University of Southern California. Cool.
I think you might have been right about that Frank Lloyd Wright building this house.
Why is
His
that?
name's not on the plaque. Seems like it's been erased from existence. This is awesome.
Great to be here. Yeah, it is. All right.
Moving on.
You want to go to another film location?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Not a Back to the Future this time, but of a different movie. Well, I shouldn't say that. There could be some more Back to the Future stuff. All right, let's move on. Yep. There she is. That's it. That is the location. I've never been to this location.
Me neither. This is it's awesome. The Pee Wee Herman house from Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Can you believe it?
Oh, that's probably it's got to be another top 5 house for sure. Never been here. Look at this. It's almost untouched. It's exactly the same. Different color on the outside, but there's no stuff in the yard.
I got my picture.
That's so cool. Look, when he walked out of his house, pushing out the bike, Francis would have walked down the sidewalk.
Like that's we gotta get.
We gotta recreate it. We gotta recreate that scene. When he
can't.
wanted
It's
his
just
lawn,
so-
sprayed those windows right there, those neighbors' windows.
Let's walk across.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, you think about Francis. I just don't want to get the. People live here, so we're gonna. Don't go in the driveway. Stay on the sidewalk. And stand here on the corner where Francis. Like look at each other, but don't get on their driveway.
Here, I'll be Francis. Ready?
All right, ready? All right, go. Get out of the driveway.
Morning, Pee Wee.
Love.
Today's my birthday, and my father says I can have anything I want. Good for you and your father. So guess what I want? A new brain. No, your bike. It's not for sale, Francis.
Morning, Pee-wee.
Look, Francis.
Today is my birthday, and my father said I can have anything I want.
Good for you and your father.
So guess what I want?
A new brain.
No, your bike. Oh, what's so funny, Pee-wee?
It's
It's right here, right here.
Hey, Pee-wee.
It's great. It's so funny. I rode right on the ground at the same spot where Pee Wee Herman was.
Yeah.
Make the noise. Sound make.
You gotta make that noise.
The drawer fits you perfectly. Wait, I have to. Look at him.
Good morning.
Whoa.
All right, let's get a photo.
Here, you see with the boys.
This is so cool.
Can you believe it?
Right on the side of that house is where the buttons are that opens up.
Yeah.
And all that stuff you see in the yard and the sprinkler. And then
awesome.
You get to see Pee-wee
Pee-wee.
walk down and open it.
Pee-wee's got Francis. These are the steps Francis walked. I didn't get to walk them. Right here, Francis walked to Pee-wee at the corner. Gosh, it's awesome.
Pee Wee walked his bike right there.
All right, let's get out of here. Where are we at, Ethan?
Well, we're here still in Pasadena, and look at this. Just across the way is Biff's house from 1955. This is where he lived with his grandmother. He would have driven his car up that sidewalk, the driveway many times.
Yeah.
Old Biff drove the car and ran over the bushes as he came in. Doc rode his bike up that way. Marty was locked in the garage in the back. And of course, he would have came out the front door and walked down the sidewalk, where he would have seen the kids who were.
And Doc on the bike.
Yeah, Doc was on the bike, yeah, and rode down the street and then drove up the sidewalk. And then, of course, he would have walked down the sidewalk where the kids were playing with a ball, and he grabbed it and threw it up on the roof of that house right there, I believe.
Yeah.
The one with like the porch on top. I believe it was that one right there.
And the next door neighbors, that one is Lorraine's house.
Yep, Marty's mom.
Yeah, that's Lorraine's house. 100%. Just looked up the address.
Right here, look at the tree.
Yeah.
That's the tree where George McFly was up in the tree.
Yeah.
And then right here,
Come on.
Marty would have walked right down the sidewalk.
Yeah. Wasn't there something here? We had a marker here that was like about the tree.
I'm standing up.
And this one down here, with the brick in the porch, this would be George's house.
Yeah.
It's interesting we all live in the same street. I don't know the movie really showed that off.
No. But George's house right here. Is where he was in the yard trying to get Marty tried to get his dad to ask his mom out.
Is it that house?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's George's house. And like Marty and his dad would be in the backyard.
They're in the backyard.
Yeah.
They're in the backyard trying to figure out how George is going to ask Lorraine out. They're going over the plan. It's right here.
It's
Right
awesome.
here at his house. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, let's get a picture, you guys. We didn't really document this one too much. This is Biff's house. Yeah, this is awesome. We talked to the neighbor. She gave us some other information about some other houses, and
It took so many years.
Good day.
It hasn't even grown back yet.
yeah, it's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Look at that.